Marco. What's the squad news like? How's everyone come back from the international break?
From the international duties, all good news in terms of the fitness of the squad. To be honest, of course, some in a better mood than the others, depending from the results as you expect, but it's part of the job. Fitness point of view, all of them, they come back in a good conditions. Related with the game, okay, Kevin is going to be still out. Kenny in the same situation too, and Harrison Reed is going to be out. He got a knock 2 days ago in the session in his knee. Doesn't look nothing really serious, but he's going to be out of the Liverpool game.
So Calvin Bassey's okay?
Yes, he's going to be.
And Tete, how long do you think he might be out?
It's just, again, it's something there. The foot, let's see how it's going to be, when he's going to be without pain. He's going to start to work with the team, and he's going to be, after a matter of time, to get back in a good fitness way and good physical condition to be part of to be in contention to the games.
And how's Kevin's rehab going? How likely that he'll play?
He's going very well, but of course you have to be. He's very positive. You have to be positive too, but at the same time you have to respect the timings and the steps until to see me with us. Of course, he's in a good move. He's positive in a positive way, working hard. The things that he can do, of course, with our medical staff. Let's see if you can have him before the end of the season. He's always a very, very good player for us, player that can do different things. And of course, unfortunately for us, he got the injury in the best moment of the season for him, when he was capable to understand better things. His physical condition was probably the best moment since he joined ourselves. For us, was a big blow really in terms of the capacity that he was showing to help the team. But okay, is what it is. His football is part of a season. Let's hope he can recover well, and when he come back stronger.
And Rodrigo Muniz, he started against Burnley, having come off the bench a few times, coming back from that injury. Has the break provided you an opportunity to work with him, and how close is he to getting back to sort of his best, if you like?
He's trying his max. He's doing his maximum, of course. Almost 6 months with a small break in the middle. They are not 6 weeks. Of course, it has an impact in one season. If you are a player that you are going to be out for 6 months, of course, when you come back, the good thing that he's trying is completely, in terms of confidence, looking for the injury. He's not feeling nothing. He's completely free mentally from the injury. Now as any player needs confidence, needs game time. As a striker, need goals as well. All the things are connected, really. The good thing that he's working very hard to achieve it, and he has all the support and the trust from ourselves for us to see back that Rodrigo Muniz that we needed, really, and that he's capable to do.
And it was quite unusual to have a break like this at this point of the season. How did you use it? Was it productive?
It was a little bit rare for us, to be honest. As you mentioned, in this moment of the season, normally we are used for the March international break for 15 days, not 3 weeks, because the FA Cup schedule was there 3 weeks. For clubs like us, and that is a good sign. We had 13 players with international duties with their countries. That is a good sign. That means most of them, okay, depending from the game time, but most of them, they were not without football at all. They had really strong matches and really important matches to play it, and they did it. The group here was short, 6-7 players for us. Of course, we used our academy players to have more players to work with, and was a positive work here at the training ground. They had a small break to try to switch off and refresh, to come really fresher mentally, to come to work hard. We have been working very well this week to prepare the Liverpool game. We knew before that after our FA Cup game that they are going to be 3 weeks there, and of course we prepare ourselves as better it was possible with the players that we had to be in conditions for the Liverpool game.
And did it give you a chance to talk to the club about your future at all?
As I told you, I think I mentioned to you that before the international break or before the Burnley game, we don't need to have an international break to speak about the things. We have been speaking about many things, and of course one of the things is our technical staff situation with the club. We have been talking, as I mentioned the other times. When you have news, we are going to know.
Good progress? Any progress?
When the news they are going to be clear there, we are going to know.
And before the Burnley game, you didn't want to talk about Ricardo Pepi. Since then, the deal's broken down. Can you shed any light on the likelihood of that being resurrected?
Okay, it's not for me to talk about it, as I'm here to talk about our players really, and the players from the other clubs. I will not make any comments.
Okay, and let's focus then on the season remaining. You're in the hunt for European football. How big a motivation is that for you and the players?
Big one, definitely. You set ourselves in a position that you can fight for something very difficult to achieve, but achievable. Something that we wanted to be in that fight. And of course now, as you expect, the motivation is there on the top. Definitely for us, for all the other clubs that they are around, they are above, they are under us. It's going to be a big fight, in my opinion, until the end of the season. 7 games to be played, and of course you want to get as more points as you can, but you cannot think about the 7, you cannot think about that. You have to go game by game to think that, to prepare ourselves as better you can for the next one. Each 3 points, in my opinion, they are going to be massive right now. The importance of each game is going to be bigger than before, because we are going to have just 7 games to play. And answer direct to you, the motivation is there on the top, as you expect. If you wanted, and we prepare ourselves, we fought very, very hard to be in this position that we are right now, thinking high, aim high, something that we wanted from the beginning of the season, and we set as in a position that recently, I don't know how many years the club was not involved at all in this type of fights. If you set ourselves there, last season we were close to fight until the last moment to achieve it. This season we are repeating again. That showed the progression of this football club, what we've been doing. We are talking about 5 years, where you come from, where you are right now. And if you are there now, you are going to fight, definitely.
And in terms of Liverpool, you've got a good recent record against them. They've just got back from Paris, going through a difficult period themselves. Do you feel like there's a real opportunity here?
No, it's always a real opportunity, because, as you mentioned, the last results against them, the last performance, last games, they have been very, very good. Good performance, some good results from us, very, very competitive always, home and away, and this is what we want to be again. Of course, all the clubs, they have up and downs. In a big club, probably any defeat probably hurts more than the other. The defeat is always a defeat. I know, and I had this conversation with our players the last few days. I know how hurted ourselves, for example, the 2 defeats that we had in a row in short period of time before the Nottingham Forest game. I remember that days after that. I know how hurts ourselves, and with other clubs and other players and other managers is the same thing as well, and with other fan bases. It's part of a season, and of course is always the way you are going to react for the bad moments that are going to be decisive. We come from a good result. We came from a result where we were losing and we won the game in a good way at home. We went for the international break with 3 points, massive 3 points in my opinion for us, and let's hope we can start in the same way against a very, very good side. With a bad run, it's true, they lost 3 games in a row in the different competitions, and of course if it's going to have an impact or not in the game, we don't know. We prepare ourselves for the best Liverpool possible, and of course we want to be competitive like we did show last season against them, this season already, and let's hope we can repeat the same type of performance.
And you've had a bit of disparity this season in terms of your home results and your results on the road. Yes. Why do you think that is?
This season is being different than the others. I think the other seasons we have been really balanced in terms of home and away. This season stronger home than away, and to be honest, with the games that we more recently before the Burnley game that we lost some points home that we shouldn't, definitely. Probably the home record has had all the conditions mapping to be even better. Okay, sometimes that things happen. I think ours started in away games wasn't at all at the level for many different reasons, many aspects in the games that I don't want to repeat again. But if you go back for the August month and September month, probably you are going to remind some games against Chelsea, against Villa, and I'm not going to stop probably to talk. Other games, what was our fault as well, that we didn't perform at our best. I think from November, when we won the first away game, we started to be again that team that is competitive away from home and is capable to win games home and away, and is what we want to do again, to be competitive and to achieve a good result.
And in terms of your recent record against Liverpool, is there anything consistent from those games that you can cling to that's giving you the advantage?
Not advantage, because if you look for this type of games, I understand that the bad run of Liverpool, I understand probably not the best season so far from them, but you cannot forget that they are the champions. If someone is champion right now, still Liverpool, probably they are not, probably don't have chances to fight. I don't know mathematically if they have, but we all know that it's going to be very difficult for them to achieve again the title in Premier League. But of course they were the champions, and that is a reason behind that. Of course the season is not being the best, but we don't want to go just in that way that okay, they are bad, let's go, it's going to be a different Liverpool or something like that. We respect their quality, what they are capable to do. As I said before, we have to prepare ourselves for the best version of Liverpool, and just our best version is going to be possible for us to achieve the result. Looking for the last, as you mentioned, our last record against them, that is being good. It's being good because most of the times we had good performance, we were competitive, we were brave, we play with that courage that is needed to play at Anfield as well, and all those aspects has to be in the game for us to perform again at the same level to achieve good result.
And a year ago you were 8th in the table and you beat Liverpool at Craven Cottage. Okay. You mentioned there what happened after that in the latter period. Can you take any lessons? Can you learn any lessons from last season, how you finished?
I hope you learn it. I hope. We had some conversations already. I remember from last January, February, we started to talk about that situation. Although of course I'm the first one to not let no one to take the foot from the gas, because if you set ourselves in a position that we wanted to be, now it will not make any sense. If you have to achieve something so important for us, really for our fans, is because we are going to be a very, very good side until the end of the season. If for some reason it's not going to happen, and I don't want to talk about it, is because the others, they were better than us, not because we take the foot from the gas or we are not with the right motivation for it. We are, and we are going to play and to fight to be better than the other teams around ourselves.